Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday. Today we'll be covering Adobe Acrobat Reader and some of the markup features. So there's actually two different versions or types of Adobe programs that you can be reading PDFs in. The first one that some of you may have is called Adobe Acrobat Pro or DC. Those are going to be paid-for versions of the Adobe program where you have some more extensive features, some more expansive features. You can combine PDFs, rearrange pages, insert pages, things like that. The one that we'll be talking about today is called Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is actually a free version of the Adobe PDF product where you can still open PDFs. And it's a common misconception that this program does not have any sort of markup features and it's just for reading PDFs. When in actuality, you can mark up and use some basic markup features in Adobe Acrobat Reader, which we'll be covering today. So up here on my screen now, I have a open PDF document, and we'll just cover some of the basic markup features here. So up here on your toolbar on the top right, you'll have some of those markup features. The first one is going to be the sticky note. So if we just click the sticky note button here and click Add Sticky Note, you'll see now we have the sticky note icon on our screen. And the sticky notes are good for just making, notes and annotations in a PDF that you're going to send back to someone else where they can read your comments on different lines of the PDF, things like that, without actually, adding text to the PDF document. So if there was, something here that I wanted to make a note of, like, under title here, I would just click on the screen. It's going to add my sticky note, and it's going to keep the icon there. And then over here on the right, I can add my notes and text. So when I'm all set there, I just click Post. And now if I click off of this, you'll see that there's no actual text added to the PDF, but you'll still see the sticky note icon here. And then when we hover over it, we'll see that note. So if I was scrolling through the document and I saw this icon here, I could hover over it, see what someone said, and know that they made a note for that line in the PDF or that section of the document. Now if I click back on this, I can actually have the option to reply to that note. So now if someone sent me this document and I wanted to reply to their note, resave it and send it back to them, now when I hover over the sticky note again, you'll see there's the test note there, and then it'll say one reply in parentheses. So if I click on that now, I'll actually see the small thread here of text. So sticky notes are a great thing to take advantage of when you're sending documents back and forth to different employees. So you're not actually adding physical text on the document, you're just adding these sticky notes instead. And then if I actually click on the note again and just click my delete button on my keyboard, I have the option to delete that sticky note as well. So if I made a mistake on my sticky note before I send it, I do have the option to delete it off the PDF. So those are sticky notes. Then you also have a highlighter. So if I wanted to highlight, title over here again to show someone that they need to fill that part out, I can just highlight it like I'm highlighting normal text, and it will show up in the yellow highlighter here. Now from here, by clicking on the highlight now, you have the option to add a note again. You can change your highlighter color. And then you also have the trash button again. So if you made a mistake and you highlighted the wrong line of text or wrong section of text, you can erase that out. Then here you have a pen icon, which is actually going to be how you can add text, add your signature, add initials, things like that. So if we click this, it's going to change our toolbar a little bit here. And now we have our signature options and text options. So the first one on the left here is going to be for a text box. So actually, if I'm not in this toolbar right now, and I click and I want to enter my name in the by section here, you'll see I click, nothing's happening. Double clicking adds a note or the highlight in there since I had the highlight button open already. But either way, you see that I can't add text. I don't have the option to add text. So if we go back to our signature button here and we go to the left side, now you see that we have the option to add text in here, and all you have to do is click in that field. So now it's going to add the text in there. You can decrease your font size, increase your font size. You can change the way the text looks, so you can add it in boxed letters like that. You can keep it just regular clean text, and then you have your trash button there. So you can do this anywhere on the document right now. You can add text no matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're on a field or not, but if there is a specific field, it will give you that text box to show you where you can add text. But again, you can add it anywhere in the document, and then it'll stick instead of the sticky note. If you click back on there, you have the option to get rid of it with that trash icon again. So that is text. You have a couple symbols here that you can enter in. So if I click on the X, now the X will be showing up. So if I wanted to put an X next to something here, you can change the size of it. Again, sort of the same features with the text there. You can get rid of it with the trash can icon. There's a check or a checkbox. There's a circle, so if you needed to circle something, then there's line, and then there is a dot as well. So a couple different symbols that you can use anywhere in the document as well. And then we get to the main feature of the signature tool here, and that's actually adding your signature and signing. Now, we have the ability to add signature and initials, so if you click Add Signature here, you can either type it in, so as the hard signature, you can draw it in as a wet signature. You can enter an image, so if you have an image saved on your computer of a signature, you have that ability as well. So let's say I just type my name in here. So it's automatically going to put it into a signature font for you. You have the option to change the style here as well. So if you didn't want it in the cursive there, you could change it just as your name instead of a signature. So signing in different ways. And then when you're done, you can actually keep this box checked here for save signature or uncheck it. So if you have it unchecked, this will be the one time that you can use your signature in here, and you'll have to add it back in next time. But if you have the box checked, you'll see that our signature sticks in our Acrobat Reader from now on, and we can use that signature whenever we need. So I'll click Apply here. Now our signature is going to pop up on the screen, and I have the ability to click it in wherever I need to. Again, you have the ability to increase, decrease size, trash can again to get rid of it. And then when you go back into your sign button now, you'll see that my signature is saved, and all I have to do is click in once and it's going to pop up on my screen. Same thing with initials in here. You'll come in, you have the ability to type them in for just regular font initials. You can draw them in for your wet initials, and then or upload a screenshot of it. So if I came in and I entered my initials here, I have the different styles again, and I'll click Save Initials and then Apply, and now my initials will be on the screen as well. So you have the ability to initial up a document without typing it out every time. Now we come back into Sign, and there's my initials again. So now my signature and initials are both saved in Reader for the rest of the time that it's installed on my computer. So it'll make your life a little bit easier if you're signing documents, initialing documents. One thing to keep in mind though is this signature here is not going to be considered a wet signature right now because it is typed out in Reader. So if someone's looking for a wet signature, you'll have to draw it yourself, which can be a little bit shaky on a computer mouse. So just keep that in mind when signing documents, but it's still great to have in your Reader as an option. Same thing with the initials, good option to have in here when you're initialing documents. And that's it for all the markup features of Reader. The last thing we'll take a look at here is actually how you can install Reader. So if you go into your web browser and you just type in Adobe Reader download, you'll see right on the top of the screen here that you'll have Adobe Reader, and you can click Go to Download. This will then take you to the Adobe website where you can download Adobe Acrobat Reader DC for free. And then, of course, Adobe Acrobat Pro DC is going to be the paid-for version. So if you don't have any sort of PDF reader on your computer right now, and you're opening them in your web browser, it's probably a good idea to download Reader DC at least, just so you can have the ability to mark up documents and read them, in the proper program. Thank you everyone for tuning into this week's episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday, and we'll see you next week.